Hey, how's it going, guys? My name's Diego, and welcome back to another daily video where all I do is just give you guys a ton of value. And we have a ton of questions to cover. Okay, a ton. I'm definitely not going to be able to get through all of them today, but as always, I'm just going to sort by newest and go all the way to the bottom. And we will start there with the Q&A. But yeah, it's great seeing that this channel is already growing pretty well. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the results we're seeing already. I mean, 60 subscribers yesterday. It's a brand new channel. So I'm here for it, man. What's funny is like this channel's already basically getting what my main channel gets in views right now. Granted, I don't post every day on the main channel, but yeah, so it's just pretty cool to see that we're building a nice community here, and it seems like you guys are actually loving the content, which makes me want to make it more because it's like, okay, I'm making people happy, and it's growing my brand great, so it's like a win-win. Anyway, I actually wanted to start this video off with a comment on my main channel, and this is from Produced by Jude. He says, "Hey Diego, thanks for the great videos. Looking forward to the event. Awesome. Quick question. When offering the free pack, would they be completely free for profit beats that can be posted on streaming services or like on BeatStars, a non-profit free download?" So for when you're offering a free beat pack, these definitely, in my opinion, should be free for profit beats. It'll just kind of build trust, and like I've noticed that when you give a lot away for free, you get a lot in return, right? It usually makes people want to shop with you more, right? It usually makes people want to because you know they like you, right? You usually want to buy from someone that you know, like, and trust, right? You'd rather support like a small business rather than a large corporation. That's just naturally how humans are, right? That's basic human behavior. So when you give a lot of value, that's why I recommend, yeah, make them free for profit, you know, available for streaming services and all that. I definitely think that's the smart approach because you could do it like structure in a way of the BeatStars download, but um the thing is, it's like you're not really gonna you might as well just run the free download method then, you know, just the standard BeatStars. But you want to differentiate this and make it really good, and you'll be getting really great leads that way because they'll be super, you know, they'll already know, like, and trust you, which is great, you know, so you're off to a great start with that. But yeah, man, great question. Now going down to the bottom. Also, if you guys want to be a part of this, just comment down on literally this video or any video on the daily channel, and eventually when I get to it, I will answer your question. So, is it a good idea to add timestamps on a type B channel? I'm not sure how watch time works in this case. For example, if someone skips straight to the drop and skips the intro, will the 30-second intro still count towards my watch time? No, it won't. Which is why I actually don't necessarily recommend timestamps. Because it definitely, like, I don't see how it would really improve your audience retention. And so in this case, like for type beat specifically, I think timestamps aren't really the best method. I've seen some people still get good results with it, but it's like it's more work for just possibly reducing your retention. So it's like I wouldn't even bother, you know. So I would just literally drop the beat and, you know, implement those retention hacks, implement a solid arrangement structure, and you should be good, right? But yeah, also I've never even done timestamps on the Typee channel, so I honestly can't even answer this to be honest. But at least from what I've seen, just analyzing the market, timestamps don't really make a difference, and if they do, it's actually a negative difference. So yeah, man, great question though. If my channel is dead and my beats get 50 views, should I change the genre, keep posting the same beats, or make a new channel? So if your channel's dead, right? And let's just take a quick glance at your channel here. Okay, you're doing Pooh Shiesty beats. See how long you've been posting. Okay, a year. Okay. Oh, you've actually had a decent amount of success though. Good for you. Yeah, so I mean, if your beats aren't getting much views, looks like you kind of stopped being consistent. Maybe you gave up on this channel. All good, fair enough, right? But if your channel is dead and it gets 50 views, should you change the genre, keep posting the same beats, or make a new channel? I think you should make a new channel. If you're literally down to nothing, and the reason you got down to nothing is maybe, you know, you didn't really stay consistent, or you got comfortable, or whatever it may be. Maybe the niche also just died too. That could have been a thing, right? There's a lot of factors that play into that. Actually, in the last video, I I talked about how to maintain growth on a type B channel, so I recommend watching that one. But yeah, for you, man, I would just probably start a new channel. You've done it once. There's no reason you can't do it again, and maybe just pick a better niche, right? Also, your thumbnails, in my opinion, could be better. There's definitely room for improvement for you. Um, so yeah, but I have all kinds of videos talking about thumbnails and all that. So there's no reason you can't succeed though. But yeah, I would start a new channel. And okay, hey Diego, do you believe that long form beat compilation videos is a good strategy for selling more beats? Yes, I do actually. So actually, funnily enough, we implemented this for one of my students here. And if I go to his channel, let's go to it. We actually dropped a long form compilation, and I think it's one of his most popular beats or videos. Yeah, so an hour long here. This is an hour long compilation. It got 14,000 views. So it's like, yeah, I don't see why that doesn't work, right? I don't see why long form compilations are a bad strategy for selling beats. I actually think they're a really good strategy. Why? Because it builds watch time, right? You want to build that session time because that just kind of snowballs you into the algorithm. And of course that leads to sales, you know, and it also builds it's a nurturing mechanism too, because people are watching that video for an hour long. They might just have it up while they're freestyling for you know, a whole hour straight. Of course that leads to sales. You know, nurturing always leads to sales. So yeah, it's definitely a great strategy, and I've implemented it for my students. I've implemented it for myself. Definitely think it's great. So yeah, but hopefully that answers your question. And okay, Lumi here. We're seeing him again. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the advice. I will drop the sample part of my titles. My concern is that I won't be able to rack up that many views once I do so, since just doing R&B type beats might be a little too competitive / saturated. Get that out of your head. What do you think? I'll probably just try to replace the sample part with something else to niche down and attract more loyal customers. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, if you want to go for more of like a micro niche channel, I definitely recommend it. So, for example, I honestly don't know what type of R&B beats you're doing, but just off the top of my head, like a good R&B niche would be, I think, yeah, this is how you say it, Shakra. I probably butchered that, but this is a very good niche, right? And it doesn't get that many views, but it's like, it's a cool niche, and maybe it's not that good. There's probably better niches, but I know Party Next Door, that's always really good. Uh, and honestly, I'd have to do more research on this, but like you can definitely find a micro niche inside of R&B, and I recommend you do it actually. So, ideally, you want to find like an underground dark R&B artist, or you could literally go for dark R&B type beat, because that's like a whole subgenre of R&B, which is more of like that Party Next Door sound. Or you could do Party Next Door x dark R&B type beat, and like, yeah, you won't get a ridiculous amount of views, but you'll get the right type of customers. And so I think that could be a really good strategy for you. And you know, you could also do just like uh Party Next Door, yeah, Party Next Door x dark R&B type beat, or you could do Party Next Door type beat and then like dark R&B instrumental. But if I were you, I would do Party Next Door x dark R&B type beat, or just dark R&B type beat in general. You can pick that, whatever you feel is best, or you can split test them. But yeah, if you want to go for like a micro niche in R&B, I would probably do that. So hopefully that's kind of solved your problem that you're facing. And then, yo, thanks for the advice, Diego. Wanted to ask, what do you think about chasing placements while running Tybee channels? Is it worth it to go and DM artists, or should we focus on the channels? Great question, bro. I'm actually excited to answer this. So yeah, I mean, the thing is producers always get conflicted as to like, oh, what do I focus on? What makes sense to focus on? And it's like, I always like to think of it in this way, like if you try chasing two rabbits, you won't catch one, right? And that's a saying that like just applies to anything. So I always like to go all in on one thing that I've already started seeing some success with. So for example, if you see like, okay, I'm getting 10 views a day on type beats, but then on placements, you know, I'm racking up placements all the time. I have really good connections, I have all that. Maybe go for the placement thing, right? But if you see, okay, I'm getting 100 views a day, or I'm more passionate about like the online beat selling space rather than the placement side of things, but I would like to get some placements eventually. It's like, no, just focus on one, because let me tell you, The placements will come if you go for tight beats. Like the placements come. I got a little TJ placement that is probably at like 15 million streams now. Let's actually check that. Yeah, 15 million streams. If we look at the credits, yes, your boy is there. This came from my YouTube. Okay, I did not know Lil TJ personally. This came directly from my YouTube. So if you're wondering, like, okay, well, if I go for the Type B thing, then I'll never get placements. That's horseshit. Okay, it's so dumb for people to think. You can get a ton of placements. As a matter of fact, every single one of my placements came from my Type B channels. Okay, so I recommend going all in on Type Beats. Why? Because it's the best way to build a brand, an actual brand. It's the best way to get leads. It's the best way to get sales. It's the best way to for everything. Every single metric you can think of, Type Beats is literally the best way. Okay, I don't care what anyone else says. It's bullshit. If they tell you, oh, going for placements is way more reliable than beats, are you kidding me? Like, if you're selling beats, you're your own boss. You're like, what are we talking about here? You know, so I think definitely go all in on running Type B channels. I think you'll really start seeing some serious growth. And let me just take a look at your channel for a second. Okay, so you've been posting for a decent amount. Definitely started being more consistent as of recently. But yeah, so I mean, 100%, just go all in on Type Beats if it's your thing, right? It's not everyone's thing, totally understandable. But is it worth it to go DM artists? No. Why do that when YouTube is so great that you can attract your ideal customer? YouTube has never been this good. It wasn't until recently that we were able to do this, right? And so it's so great because when you're posting on your Type Beat channel, you're technically, right, you're just posting the same type of beat every day. And most producers think, oh, this sucks. Like I'm having to post the same beat every day. Dude, you're allowing yourself to only attract one type of person, which then makes it so easy to sell to because you know what they want, right? So instead of complaining about having to post one style every day, look at the advantage you get with that. Look at the actual competitive advantage you get over someone trying to chase placements or DMing artists that, you know, have 40 followers and do not buy beats, when you can attract people that actually buy beats with micro niche Type B channels, right? So yeah, but to answer your question, definitely go all in with one thing. I recommend choosing Type Beats. And if you're watching this, you should already know how I feel about Type Beats. It changed my life, and there's no reason it can't change yours. So yeah, good question though, man. Hope to see you around more on this channel. I struggle a lot with average view duration and just getting sales in general. I think a large part of it has to do with my niche. Any suggestions on what I should do? Yeah, let's take a look. Okay. Okay, so I've never seen this niche before. Either you cracked the code or it's probably not a good niche, but let's see. You should be scared in both scenarios though. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I mean, yeah, it's decent. 146 views though. If your subscriber count is only double the videos you have, I think like in this scenario, maybe the niche isn't very good. Honestly, yeah, I would probably switch niches. If you love this niche though, then it's like great. I don't even know what style of beats this is though, but it looks like it's targeting more of a younger audience, which, you know, if you're trying to make sales, right? You know, you're saying you're struggling with seeing sales. Look, it is probably down to your niche. And if you watch this channel, you probably already knew I was gonna say that. But yeah, my advice to you, man, would be thinking, okay, what type of artists do you like listening to, and then what type of beats do you like making the most, and maybe list down 5 type of beats that you really like making, and then just you know, choose your favorite one ultimately, and then just make a channel on it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, move on to the next. Keep trying, you know. You can't really lose with Type Beats. It's not like you're spending money on ads, you know, where you could take a loss. It's like, if it hits, then great. Now you're set up. You're profiting like crazy. You have a negative customer acquisition cost, which is like the dream, right? You're getting paid to promote your product. And so definitely I would probably go for a different niche. Seems like you're interested in more of these type of beats, but even like Ken Carson, bro, I'd probably do that instead of this. So, and I think you'll get like 10 times the results. But yeah, hopefully that helps you a bit. Ashton, okay, he says, do you think Rod Wave X Pain beats are oversaturated? And if so, what would you change if I still wanted to do Rod Wave beats, but still wanted to rank and grow? Okay. You want to do like that style, but you're not really set on that keyword. You know, because you've noticed it's probably a bit oversaturated or some things like that, right? Totally understandable. This looks like a brand new channel. Got it. Okay, yeah, so you just started it. Yeah, I mean, I would probably I don't see why Rod Wave would be necessarily a bad niche, and it seems like your theme's pretty solid. Excuse me, but maybe try going for more of an upcoming uh pain artist, right? Or maybe something that's more even maybe micro niche, but honestly, I noticed a lot of evergreen keywords in the pain niche would probably be like Lil TJ even. And if you want to get a placement with Lil TJ, you'd have a high odds if you were ranking on his keyword, because he does look on YouTube for type beats. If you guys want some insider information. Lil TJ, please don't sue me. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's see. And then I mean Huncho, even Huncho's definitely up there. These are bots. They're all buying views. Never mind. Don't go for this niche. That's just me looking out for you. Yeah, don't even bother. Let's see. I mean, you just kind of have to think like, okay, what I'm sure if you do paint beats, then you know a bunch of paint artists. I don't really listen to that music, so I can't really think of artists off the top of my head. But a good one too is like Rilo. I know Rilo, those type of beats are definitely similar. And yeah, okay, people aren't really botting. Yeah, there's definitely some bots, but like the thing is it's still a great evergreen keyword. And if I was doing Rilo, I'd do Rilo Rodriguez sample type beat. If you want to quickly blow up a channel, do that. It's a great keyword. Generally, it's a great title format. So, yeah, but I would probably maybe go for just do a little more market research on some different keywords, and just think about like what artists you genuinely like listening to, because when you like the artist, like when you love the artist that you're doing type beats on, it hits different, man. When I was, you know, back in 2022 or even 2023 with Big Scar type beats on one of my type beat channels with 60K subs, that was such a fun era for me. That was genuinely like my heyday with type beats. I loved it. You know, I was doing like 5K a month in ad revenue on that channel. And it was off Big Scar, and it was a pretty niched keyword, to be honest. But I loved Big Scar's music. I loved his aesthetic. I loved, you know, I thought he was really funny. Like I'd watch podcasts of him, and you know, and that really goes a long way because you start to understand the artist more, right? You start to understand what the audience likes more, right? Because I just knew, okay, like for example, Big Scar in his music, he would always like, you could hear his chains in the song. You could hear them clanking around, right? And I started adding those type of sound effects in my beats, and it's like little things like that that just made the audience love my sound, and it made me blow up, you know. So uh hopefully that helps though, and thanks for stopping by, man. Let's see. Okay, hey Diego, I feel like my channel might be on the algorithm's bad side right now. I mostly make dark R&B, dark ambient R&B and Party Next Door. Okay, cool. Great niche. But lately, nothing's really popping off. The weird thing is, last year I dropped a Rihanna type beat that randomly blew up. Oh, got 20,000 views. Congratulations. I brought in a bunch of subs and even led to some sales. Awesome. Now I'm wondering, did that one video mess with how the algorithm sees my channel, or are my subs just not feeling my recent stuff? Let me take a look, man. So, let's see here. Okay, yeah, so you dropped a Rihanna type beat. Yeah, I mean, you've kind of been doing definitely more of like different stuff, but I would maybe, yeah, I mean, so your theme is cool. Like, and I can tell you probably have really good beats. I think you should definitely be doing two different channels though. So if you had one channel that did really good on Rihanna and like just pop, make this a pop channel, bro. Just do pop on this channel. Right? Do what works, right? Because clearly you're ranking on this keyword, and this is a great micro niche channel, man. You already have it, you know. So just start a new channel for the Party Next Door stuff, and go all in on what worked in the first place, right? And I know you knew what to do, right? It's not like I'm telling you any new information. You knew what I was about to say. You just kind of need that clarity, and so just do it, man. Start ripping it. You already know what to do though, and you have a great setup here. So you already have a micro niche channel or possibility for one, right? With your Rihanna beat, and that's a good niche. I really think so. It's a great micro niche, and it's gonna lead to a lot of sales. Especially, you know, if you saw it led to sales once and it got 20,000 views, it's an outlier, right? Imagine if you posted one every few days or every day, right? Or however often you can. Imagine if you did more. You'd probably get more, right? You'd get more sales. So if you think of it like that, it becomes really simple in your head. You probably already knew what I was gonna say, but sometimes we just need to hear it twice, you know. So I get it. But that is my advice for you. Make a second channel for the party next door stuff. And I just answered a question literally in this video on maybe a micro niche, right? You know, dark party next door, X dark R&B type beat. Maybe go for that instead of like the Drake in the title. And it seems like you're actually already doing dark R&B in the title. Just start doing party next door, X dark R&B type beat every single video on your new channel that you're gonna make. And just do that every single day. Don't change the title. Please don't. Just do that title that I just told you. That's great advice. And then just keep doing this title, right? On this channel, and keep doing that. You seem to have really good visualizers too, so yeah, man. That's my advice for you. So hopefully that helps. And then let's see. Can you explain poetics? Oh my goodness. Okay, we have 12 questions. So I'm not gonna be able to answer all these questions. But I'll answer a couple of these. So can you explain poetics, IDs, keyword? It's crazy. It's crazy. R&B X boom bap type beat. The thing is, he started uploading Rama Lowe's ID. Okay, this is kind of hard to understand. Everyone copies that. The thing is, he always had good views, even though he started 9 months ago. Also, he always had boom bap as a main. I don't even know who you're talking about, so this might not be a good question for me to answer. Some people find these pastel looking anime pictures that I cannot find on free sites. What should I do? Use Pinterest, number one. And then you can literally look up pastel looking or pastel anime pictures in Pinterest, and I'm sure you'll find some. If I use a sample on my beat from a song already on YouTube, will it be copyrighted if I have chopped the sample well enough? If I will still be copyrighted, does that mean I can't earn? Yeah, I mean, if you're chopping it up a lot to where it's like almost unrecognizable compared to the original song, there's no reason you can't be monetized. Because even sometimes when I just rip the sample, I get monetized still on certain songs. It's not every time, but yeah, so you can still earn. And of course you can sell still. And then I got 5 niches I am looking out for, but I cannot understand when should I upload each channel. I mean, with what pattern? 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 7 times a week? Should I have it different for each channels? I think it depends on the niche. I think it really does depend on like what niche you're doing. Because a lot of times producers think, oh, you know, there must be if I post, I have to post every day. And it's like, that's not the case. Because if you're doing pop beats, those beats take longer than just a traditional trap beat. So I get it if you can't post every day, you know, or like a country beat. Those beats take a while. So it's like you need to make a upload schedule for each channel, definitely, because each channel is different, right? Assuming they're different niches. And then also like base it off of your life situation too. Where are you at in your life? Like, do you have a 9 to 5? Do you have school? Do you have kids? Do you have responsibilities, you know, that kind of block you from being able to just cook up beats all day? Like, not everyone is full time, you know, so I get it. But just base it on like your life situation. So yes, sir. But thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you, man. Those are all the questions I'm gonna answer for today because these are just a lot. But yeah. I created a 9 Vicious channel and another one for Lucky XVs, but until now, what I've sold the most and what I like to do are West Coast beats. I've already had a G-Funk channel, West Coast, X New Jazz. I'm still at the beginning and learning a lot from you. I can't do something that I don't really like, whether I like it or not. Dude, same here. I think that's, you speak for all of us, so totally get it. What would you recommend? I mean, if you're doing, you know, 9 Vicious and Lucky and V's, you know, just off of like based on, you know, oh, it gets views. It's like, okay, you're not really doing it because you love it, and that's you already started off wrong, you know. So you're telling me you like to do West Coast beats and that's like kind of your passion. Why not do that then? You know, I always tell people like just do what you love. At the end of the day, just do what you love. If you love West Coast beats, do that, right? And that is like technically a micro niche. Or West Coast X New Jazz, that's a micro niche, right? So why not do that? I don't see why not. And I'm still at the beginning. Yeah, you're just starting out. So start off with what you love. Start off right, man. Don't go down the road where like, oh, for example, Juice World type beat is just a great, crazy good keyword. Rest in peace. But it's a crazy good keyword. I'm just gonna do them, even though I hate making those beats, because hopefully I get sales. It's like that's such, guys. We're in music. We're not really in music for the money, right? Obviously, we want to go full time with it. Duh. Who doesn't, right? Um, but we do music because we love it. At the end of the day, that's the first thing. Money comes second every time. So make sure to just start off doing what you love, man. How would I scale my type B business? Is it getting more views, making more channels, offering services and coaching, outsourcing from different platforms? Yeah, I mean scaling your type B business comes down to yeah, just doing more, right? Doing more of what's working. So for some people maybe that's Instagram. Some people maybe that's uh doing TikToks or like actually making content with their face, you know. Um, and then for me, it was YouTube, right? And it's easy to scale with a type B business. Why? Because it's the same formula every time. Once you crack the code, you can rip it on any niche, right? So, and that comes down just to, you know, at least a couple years of experience. Like if you genuinely want to get to the point where you're just starting every new channel and it blows up every time, if you want a 100% success rate, it's going to take a couple of years, the way it did with me. Um, and even if you're listening to my advice, well, some of my students have skilled. I take that back. I've skilled some of my students like 6 channels in the last 3 months with 100% success rate, but it's rare though, is my point. You know, not everyone is like that. So if you're looking to scale, it's just doing more, right? So for you that might be YouTube. And maybe that's yeah, and then outsourcing it, right? So, for example, in 2024, I outsourced a lot of the work that went into running my Typee channels. I had someone uploading for me, um, and I had someone producing the beats for me on some channels, channels that, you know, they sold a lot, they got good views, but I didn't necessarily care to make those beats as much, um, because you know sometimes I get really excited about one niche and I just want to do that all day, and then other niches I don't care, so I'd outsource that work. Right. And so when you're scaling, of course you need to outsource. You can't do everything on your own. Um, but you can totally do 4 or 5 channels completely on your own. You don't need a team for that. But when you get to the point where like me with, you know, 20 plus channels, like yeah, okay. Good luck doing that all on your own, you know. But it just comes down to doing more of what's working. And a lot of people think, oh, I just need to do more, but no, do more of what's actually working for you. Some people, it might be Instagram. I don't know. I never got good with Instagram with selling beats. It was always YouTube for me because algorithm's just too good. But yeah, that is how you scale your type B business. It's just doing more of what works. So can you do a video or reply on what you think is happening with my channel? I post Chucky X Lucky sample beat, but as of recently, my videos are struggling to pass 500 views. When during the summer, I got 2 beats over 100,000. Okay, check this out. Actually, if I'm slurring my words a little bit, bear with me. It's midnight. I always record these so late for some reason. But okay, yeah. I mean, you had 2 videos get some good success, and it looks like the niche can't be bad, right? So I think it's just more, you're in the sample niche. So honestly, for you, it comes down to what sample you're using. Some samples will just be viral, some won't. I definitely recommend just going on TikTok or like uh just looking for any viral songs that have been viral in the past, and it looks like you're doing that. So maybe you know your thumbnails, you do have a theme, but like maybe these thumbnails, I don't know if you're tracking your data or not. I don't have access to that information, but if you are, check those click-through rates, because I have a feeling you could actually be getting a much higher click-through rate. And that's just me taking a first glance here. But yeah, so that is I don't think you necessarily need to change your niche though. You do say I have a really high click-through rate but super low views. My views have high retention as well, but aren't getting pushed out. Can I submit my analytics to try figure out what's happening? Yeah, I mean, you can reach out on Instagram. You can send me your analytics if you'd like. I try to get back to everyone, but sometimes, you know, my DMs get flooded sometimes for no reason. I'm not famous. I'm not. I don't know why, but yeah. Um, but yeah, man, the reason for the dip in views can just be, that can be to a lot of things. I've talked about that actually in my last video. I recommend you watch that one. Um, and that will give you like a better insight because I could go on for like 20 minutes about what goes into that, but I did that on the last video. So I recommend just checking that one out, man. Um, how do you know when it's time to move on from a channel? How long do I fight on? It's so real, man. I've been uploading since the end of July, pretty much every day, but it's growing very, very slowly and I got no sales. All right, take a look. Interesting. Yeah, so you've been uploading for quite some time. But you are on a micro niche, man. So it's like even though you're not getting much views, this is a good niche. You know, I don't see why this is a bad niche at all. Um, and so like yeah, you might think, oh, I'm getting low views, but it's like, oh, you said you got no sales. Okay, maybe it's not a good niche. To me on the front end, it looks like a good niche because I know Boom Bap sells like crazy. Um, but if you genuinely have gotten 0 sales, then yeah, maybe it comes down to your niche, man. Because these views, you could get a lot of sales. I'm surprised you're not. I haven't listened to your beats. Your beats could suck. I'm not saying they do, but they could. And maybe that's why I don't think they do. Or I assume if you've even gotten to this amount of views, your beats definitely don't suck, right? 42,000. There's no way. So, but you know, there's certain factors that play into why your beats wouldn't sell. But I think as in terms of like how long you should be fighting, maybe try testing other keywords. But I think you're actually in a solid niche. That's what's interesting. I think maybe you're just struggling to monetize it. Um, and that's actually what my Sell Beats Online challenge is all about. Uh, I'm hosting a free event, completely free, where you can get your free ticket down in the description. And on that free event, over 3 days live, I'm just gonna for like a few hours each day, I'm gonna give a bunch of sauce on literally how to start a micro niche type beat channel, how to optimize it, and then how to monetize it, right? With funnels and all that, and all the nerdy stuff, to properly monetize the views you're getting. Because I don't think you're getting bad views. I think you're just not properly monetizing it. So I recommend you go sign up for the free event and get a lot of sauce out of it. So just a shameless plug there. Apologies if it pisses you guys off. But anyway, what would you say are the best niches for dark trap beats? I mean, honestly, I haven't done much market research on dark trap beats in a while, but I'd assume future still. If you're going from micro niche, then yeah, honestly, I'd have to do some market research. It's late, so off the top of my head, I can't think of much. But I'd say even Nardo Wick, Future, those are usually good niches. I think even Southside, the producer, is a good keyword. I think he's decent actually. And just looking at what you're doing, see what niche you're doing. Okay, yeah, Future, solid. You're actually getting decent views. I'm surprised you're not posting every day. But yeah, man. So I recommend for you, just do some market research, right? And I have a ton of videos, even on this channel already, on how to do that. So I would just use vidIQ, right? And I would also remember, make the list of the artists or the beats you like making, and then the artists that you actually enjoy listening to, and then go from there, right? Just plug them in the vidIQ, see what they are at, and yeah, that's how you can really see that. But off the top of my head, I can't really think of dark trap niches besides like Future and stuff like that. All right, so this will be the last question for today's video because we're already at like 35 minutes on the recording right now. And honestly, it's kind of late, so we'll get to the rest of the questions. You know, eventually I'm gonna get to all your questions, no matter what, right? Because I go through like 15 each video. So, let's see. I cooked up a bunch of beats and then started posting them on YouTube again, trying to revive my old channel from 2021. Would I be better off to make a new channel instead? I assume. Let me take a look though before I give you advice. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. So this is a channel from a long time. Oh, so it was from 2020. I thought you were posting, like, or the last time you posted was 2021, but that's not the case. Okay. So it looks like you got all your subscribers though previously. So maybe it probably is like these are dead subscribers. So honestly, if I were you, I'd probably just focus on just make a new channel. And honestly, uh, I'm not too sure about these thumbnails. You're posting a weird type beat and then trap type beat the next day. Like honestly, and then your thumbnails are all over the place too. Like, yo, we got Breaking Bad, right? We have Walter White, bro, and then we have Offset looking crazy, and then we have Latin trap type beat, and then we have 21 Savage as the picture. Then you're dropping a beat pack preview. Then you're dropping a Lamborghini thumbnail. Then you're dropping a girl thumbnail. You're all over. Yo, then we have a weird type beat. Like, then we have anime. Like, you have everything in the book, bro. So I would get focused on like getting your thumbnail format figured out, number one, and stick to that. I have videos all about that. And then focus on like actually getting more dialed in with a keyword. And if I were you, man, I would if you want to do trap, go a little more niche, especially when starting out. Definitely recommend going more niche. I don't know what type of trap beats you like making the most, but if these are just like trap beats, more like the freestyle sound, then dude, I would start a freestyle beat channel, and you can get very good results with that. Every time I've started a freestyle beat channel, I've blown it up every single time. I've never missed once, and I've done that for students too. So, I would do a freestyle channel if you're interested in that. I definitely recommend it. It's a super good niche. But yeah, man. So definitely get more focused. It's just my main advice for you. And then also make a new channel. I recommend that. But yeah, we're gonna call it here though. Before I call it, actually, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching these videos because man, the views are actually really impressive. I'm shocked as to how fast this channel is growing, and that's the community we have here. The engagement's crazy. Like, you guys are literally here every single day, and I mean, I wake up to 15 new comments every day, and it's awesome. You know, I get excited like, man, I can't wait to record the daily video tonight and answer all these questions because I love this, and I love you guys at the end of the day. This is awesome. We really have a nice community here, and this has been my dream for a while. Is, you know, just to be able to talk about this type beat stuff in a very casual format and really just be able to have a nice community. And like, I feel like I'm getting to know a lot of you guys already, and it's really cool. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. We're crushing it. I want you guys to keep crushing it, and let's make October a really great month. All right. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care. Have a good night.